This is probably stemming from a lie you were told your whole life, a lie ingrained into the American public education system. Welcome back to The Brave Things. My name is Martin VR, and today we're talking about the 3 traps of emerging adulthood and how to avoid them. Now, this is not a comprehensive list. These are just some of the most common dangers identified by clinical psychologist Dr. Meg Jay and the always controversial Jordan Lobster Daddy B. Peterson. So with all that being said, let's jump in and address the first trap you are likely to face on your way to adulthood. This is probably the most common pitfall that I see young adults struggling with today because it's really easy to stagnate after graduating high school. Goals such as finishing university, finding a career, buying a home, and getting married can be confusing, daunting, and intimidating. So young adults often get stuck or lost along the way. If you have ever said, "I don't know what to do," or "I don't know who I am," then you have faced the danger of stagnation. So how do you avoid stagnation? How do you get unstuck? Well, according to Dr. Jay, the solution is to acquire what she calls identity capital. And no, this is not some new form of cryptocurrency. Here's how Jay describes it. Identity capital is what we bring to the adult marketplace. It is the currency we use to metaphorically purchase jobs and relationships and other things we want. So how do I gain identity capital? It's actually very simple, and you have likely heard the next couple phrases before. Get out of your comfort zone. Try something new. These are truisms as bland as Biden's presidency, but bland things are often good for you. So eat your veggies, pick up a hobby, sign up for the art class, and get those stacks and stacks of identity capital. The only way to figure out what to do is to do something. Okay, but what if I still don't know what to choose? If you are still feeling stuck, then you are likely experiencing what is called choice overload. And this is probably stemming from a lie you were told your whole life, a lie ingrained into the American public education system. Because I can almost guarantee you that at one point or another, you have likely had a teacher tell you that you can do anything you want as long as you set your mind to it, which is complete and utter bullshit. The problem with that line of thinking is that it opens up the possibilities to a list of choices that ultimately paralyzes you. There's just way too many to choose from. It's like when you go to the cereal aisle in Costco, there are just too many damn options. Just like your taste palette is not compatible with every single cereal in existence, not everyone is cut out to be a doctor or an artist or a pro athlete, especially if you have no identity capital to begin with. So here's the hard truth. We all have different inclinations, skill capacities, and personalities. So that means some activities or jobs are more compatible with us than others. And there are some that we may never align with ourselves. For example, when I tried to be an emergency dispatcher for the fire department, I eventually realized that my personality in particular was likely not compatible with the work I was undertaking. The constant stress of making life or death decisions within seconds did not line up with my writer's brain, which preferred to take its time digesting information. Not to mention, I didn't exactly enjoy it very much. And that's okay. Sometimes the best way to figure out what you want to do in life is to figure out what you don't want to do first. So now that you're being more realistic with yourself and have reduced your options to a handful of feasible paths, your next question might be, well, how do I choose the right path for me? Well, you make that choice by following 2 simple steps. And both of these steps will help you stop stagnation, determine your capabilities, and gain identity capital at the same time. Step 1, identify what is currently within your reach. Now, this is not only something that Dr. Jay advocates for, but so does clinical psychologist Dr. Jordan B. Peterson in his book, Beyond Order. Like Jay, Peterson often has clients that feel stuck. So his advice is to choose the best path currently available, even if it is far from the ideal. His reasoning for this is that even though the options currently available to you are not what you want in the moment, at least you are gaining something real by pursuing them instead of clinging to a fantasy beyond your current reach. Once you have identified the paths available to you, choose the path with the most capital. And no, that does not mean the path that pays the most money. I'll give you another example from my life to explain this. Back in 2014, when I was obsessed with the idea of becoming a published author, which low-key I still am, I spent most of my time writing fiction and ignored other aspects of my life like work and education, my family. Eventually, I realized this was not getting me anywhere. So I decided to look around and try things within my reach. I had a couple paths available to me at the time. I could, 1, put my dream on pause and get a full-time job at a local distribution company, which would pay, decent money. Or 2, I could join a journalism class on campus. Fortunately, I chose the journalism class. because that eventually led me to making connections that landed me my current job as a reporter for the Valley Voice newspaper. Now, if you ask me if that job was my ideal, I would say no. No, it wasn't. I mean, it wasn't terrible, right? I was writing, but it wasn't my dream job that I had in mind. But it gave me something tangible. It helped me build towards my identity as a writer. It helped me build my portfolio and gave me opportunities to work on my craft. It disciplined me and got me used to working with deadlines. It also helped me pay for my education at the same time. And by finding and choosing that journalism class over some regular high-paying job back in 2014, I had to unconsciously follow the advice outlined by Jay and Peterson that gave me the capital I needed to help me metaphorically purchase my dream of becoming a published author. Hey everyone, it's Martin again. I know I was supposed to have 3 traps in this video, but I cut it a little bit short just because when I was editing the video, I realized that if I focused on 3 traps that it would be too long, right? And I wouldn't be able to drop content today, like I said. So I just decided to cut it a little bit short. This will probably be like a 2 or 3 part series. The next video will likely drop in about 2 weeks or so, but I will try to start dropping some long form interviews in between to provide some more content. I'll be bringing on guests like other young adults who are going through emerging adulthood or who have already gone through it and have succeeded. So I hope you really like this video. If you want more content on emerging adulthood, want more videos on that, please hit that like button, subscribe. This one is particularly difficult because I was juggling a final paper for my research methods at the same time. And I did have some, I'm still learning, obviously, how to do YouTube. I'm still struggling with audio. The audio could have been a little bit better for this one, but I'm learning, one day at a time. I'm trying to do my best here, create some quality content for you guys. So with that being said, I guess I'll see you next time. As always, the next time you're in a precarious place, it's the brave things that'll get you through it.